Hello everyone, and welcome to a pros and cons of the video game Foxy Tales. Oh, not now, Mom. I'm gaming. These are short videos featuring gameplay clips or screenshots so as not to show too much in the spoiler department. Links to this review are in the description below. Let the reviewing begin. Let's start with the cons. Artwork doesn't look the same. I feel like most of it is the same artist because a lot of these characters do have the same soft shading style to them, and even with the way they're drawn. But then we get to the fifth girl and it's like, there's no way this is the same artist as all the others. What, did they lose their initial artist and have to grab another one for this chick only? She really reminds me of the old school drawings like Clanad, and it's honestly the eyes and the hair that's just throwing me off. I'm going to sound like a broken record when I talk about different artists working on the same game, but that's not the problem here. I'm all for multiple artists getting the chance to work on a single game. It's the fact that we get so used to one style of artwork and then all of a sudden we're thrown a new one. It's too jarring and too much of a distraction. Odd conversation for each character. I think they were just trying to give each character their own personality, and I don't know, the little conversation snippets just were a little weird to me. Plus they were super short, like they didn't really actually want to put writing in, they just need something to give the game a bit of extra length. These conversations aren't that engaging. It just makes the girls all seem weird sometimes. Only 6 characters. What is it with these games and the devs trying to make them as short as possible with as few characters as possible? I get that it's not meant to be an actual visual novel in the grand scheme of things, and it's just setting up these characters to be used in the 18 plus DLC, but this game isn't even 15 minutes long from start to finish. You know, if they added a bit more meat to the bones, it could be longer with more characters, with more interesting conversations, and they could actually increase the price a little bit for its betterment, but no. We get to enjoy our 50 minutes of speeches and puzzling. Now the pros. Backgrounds are nice to look at. Despite my gripe with the artwork of the characters themselves, I really do enjoy the background art we're given for each scene. They basically cycle through the seasons of spring, summer, winter, and fall, though not in that order, as well as nighttime and daytime. So even if the girls aren't to your liking, at least the view behind them is nice. Fun loop puzzles. Instead of the typical place the pieces together type of puzzles we're used to in these kinds of games, they did it a bit different. Now we have different colored loop pieces that we have to connect in these diagrams, which isn't difficult, but might take a bit more time if you're not exactly sure where all the pieces need to be set up at. I don't think these loop puzzles really get any more difficult or harder or even easier. It's just different patterns for each character without becoming too intense. No voice acting. They do kind of giggle a little bit in their scenes at the start of conversations, but as far as talking goes, they don't do that. While I don't mind voice acting in the long run, sometimes it's nice to just read things in peace without a high-pitched voice spouting words at you. So thank you for that game. And that's the end of our pros and cons review of Foxy Tales. Thanks for watching, everyone. And don't get in too much trouble when you say, "Not now, Mom. I'm gaming."